What is up, everybody? It's your boy Maxton, and today I just had to make a quick video to talk to y'all about the upcoming fight. Everybody should know already, but if you don't know, in 11 days, Errol, Spence, and Terence Crawford will be fighting in Las Vegas, and it is going to be the best fight we have, maybe this century. I think this is going to be an all-time great fight. I think it's a classic. I think that these are the perfect styles, the perfect fighters. I think Errol Spence's pace is going to make this a dog fight, so it's not going to be slow. I'm super excited for it, basically. But I figured I'd make this quick video to give my take on who I think is going to win, because I do think both fighters, while I do think both fighters are very good, I do think Errol Spence is going to win this fight. I think he might even, I don't want to say it, well, if one day I meet Terence Crawford, I like you, but he might beat your ass. I'm just saying. And my reasoning for this is that I think his output could be too much. I think he's, his size doesn't always play a factor, but I think it could in this fight. And I think Errol, I think his defense is a little better than what people think, and I think his chin is really good. So we'll see. It's all going to be tested on July 29th. But regardless, I think these are the top two boxers, if not, top three in the world. So the winner of this fight, I believe, is a pound for pound best. But just because you lose this fight, I think the next guy, unless they just get fucking absolutely torched, whoever loses, if it's a close fight, I will put them in second, third place. And just so y'all know, my top three does not include Canelo Alvarez. I'm not one of those casuals. But my conclusion is I think Errol Spence is going to get on his ass. I think Terence Crawford is just not ready for that level. All these analysts, all these announcers, they're trying to make it seem as if Errol Spence can't box. He's not smart. He's not defensive enough. Terence Crawford's IQ is so high. Man, how y'all think Errol Spence got to this point? How y'all think he got those belts? Just by taking punches, getting hit in the face? I see all these people praising. They praise Canelo, but Canelo eats a lot of shots. But Spence, he's been damn near perfect. And he's gotten hit, what, a couple of good times that we've seen. One, his last fight, he said he thought his teeth had fell out, and he had gotten hit with a good shot from Ugas. I don't remember him. He's had some fights in the past. I forget who the guy was, but he had some fights in the past where he's gotten hit with decent shots. But we haven't seen him get hit with that often, and they make it seem like Errol Spence is just easily susceptible to counters. Like, I know Terence Crawford is great, but they just make it seem like Errol Spence is not a smart dude. He's just a brawler. That's what they're trying to make it seem. I kind of think that they're doing this because they're betting on him. They say, hey, I'm gonna make him the underdog. I'm making some cash tonight. And look, for me, I see that. I love Errol Spence. I'm out here in Texas, so obviously I gotta rock with the Texas guy. But even if I wasn't out here in Texas, I just like Errol Spence's style more than Terence Crawford's. Just because I do think it's so impressive, the pace he keeps, and that he stays fundamentally sound from round 1 to round 12, and we know he can go 12. So I'm really excited for this fight. Derrick James, I think, does play a major factor in this fight. If y'all watched last week, I think he may have coached. He may have been the reason that Frank Martin won that fight. Now, Frank Martin, I don't think he was losing how people say. I really don't. I thought that he was still winning that fight. I just didn't think the other guy was doing enough, and I didn't think Frank was doing too much either. And I did think every now and then I thought it was closer than it should have been. I thought maybe the guy was up like 2 rounds, but they were making it seem like the guy was up like 5 rounds, bro. And I just don't think that was the case. I think Frank Martin was, he fought that a little better than what he should have. He was waiting too long for that counter because he wanted to get that. It looked like he wanted to get that like one punch knockout, and he was countering the dude. The dude just could eat some shots. But as soon as he turned it up, as soon as he was told, hey man, you gotta really go do something. He went and for what was it, 3 or 4 rounds, he just beat the dude ass. He just beat his ass. Straight up. And people want to make it seem like he got beat up. That just goes to show how boxing fans act sometimes. You know, I really do believe that most real boxing fans that like really pay attention, they don't think so. They think Frank Martin can still go toe to toe with those top guys. You know, I'm not saying he can beat him. I just think he can go toe to toe, and I think it'll be a lot closer than what people think. But anyways, I think a lot of these boxing fans are casuals. So that's probably why I see a lot of that on the internet. But I'm glad that y'all are here. I'm glad that y'all are just now starting to get into boxing, because I think it's a beautiful sport, and I think combat sports in general are beautiful. I'll end this video real quick by saying shout out to 2023 for possibly being one of the best years we ever have in boxing. I think they would have to make a couple more fights, two more big fights for me, and then I possibly say that. But so far they've made like all the fights that we've been asking for. They have Canelo, Charlo. I like Fulton versus I don't even know how to say the dude's name, but I know who he is. The dude out there in the other country. We got a lot of big fights lined up, and even for MMA, we have some, you know, just some bangers lined up that we've been asking for a long time. We may not have gotten Fury versus Joshua or Fury versus Usyk, but I'll take Fury versus Ngannou. I'll take Jones versus Stipe. I'll take that. But anyways, y'all have a good rest of your week. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, and let me know in the comments, who do y'all think is gonna win the fight, and why do y'all think he's gonna win the fight? Oh, I would love to hear. Maybe y'all can change my mind, but I really do think Errol Spence is gonna take this fight, and I think Errol Spence will walk out July 29th undisputed.